Welcome to Mishna, studying Masechet Hallah, Perek Daled, Mishnah Gimal. Over here in this Mishnah, we're going to discuss a pretty simple Mishnah. We're going to discuss a case where you have two batches of dough, right? Where if the two of them would touch, it would be enough for Shi'ur Hallah. Each one on its own does not have, let's say, one kav and one kav. Now, in between them, instead of touching each other, you have something else in between. Let's say you have some other dough in between. Let's say you have rice dough, right? Rice flour that you made into dough. Now, rice is something that's not one of the grains. It's not obligated in hallah. So you have each one is touching each other. Each one is touching each other. So the flour dough is touching the rice dough, and that rice dough is touching the next batch of flour dough, right? So is that considered mitzaref? Are those considered now one where it's going to be obligated in hallah? Or do we say no? That rice flour dough is going to break it up. Shne kabim v'kav orez, right? You have two kav, right? Meaning one on one side, one on the other side, and you have a kav of orez in between. Or let's say you have kav teruma ba'imsa. Right? Teruma we know is also something that's not obligated in hallah. Both wheat flour and teruma flour are not obligated in hallah. And on mitzarfim, right? They don't combine, right? They don't combine the two outer batches of dough to be considered one to obligate it in hallah. Rather, it's still patur from hallah. But let's say you have davar shemtila halato ba'imsa. Let's say instead of the rice flour in between those two batches of dough, you have other dough whose hallah is already removed from it, right? So you had a batch of dough that you already separated hallah from, and that's in between the other two kav of dough on the outside. They're mitzarefan shekvan ithayav b'hallah. That is mitzaref the other two external, outer pieces of dough, right? That combines the two, because it's something that's obligated in hallah in general. And because it's something that's obligated in hallah, it's going to at least combine, right, the two outer doughs that you have laying over there to obligate it in hallah. And if between them, right, we have the shi'ur hallah, hameshet revaim, like we mentioned in last Mishnah, then it's going to be obligated in hallah.